Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at the news on Space Marine 3. This video is sponsored by the Game Bunker. More on that later. So regardless of whether you like video games or whether you have played Space Marine 2, it is undoubtable that it has brought a ton of new people into the hobby and game and just drummed up a ton of interest for Warhammer 40,000 in general, specifically Space Marines. We have seen a massive influx of people that are suddenly interested in Space Marines, maybe have heard some stuff about Warhammer 40,000 in the past or played some of the other video games, but it is undeniable that Space Marine 2 is probably one of the biggest things to happen for Warhammer 40,000 and pulling in new fans and new players to the game that has ever happened. I personally have not actually played the game, but I did watch all of the cutscenes, saw like the actual story, all the cuts, the cool animations, and I've been super impressed. I've also watched a lot of the other cutscenes from some of the other games that have teamed up with Games Workshop for their licensing agreement to use their IP. And overall, I've been extremely impressed with like some of the stuff that's been coming out lately. The secret weapon animation on Amazon, and then of course we have the new show potentially coming from Amazon in the next couple of years with Henry Cavill, someone who has been a fan of the hobby and game for a long time and is likely to keep the story and animation close to the IP direction. So overall, super exciting and a net massive positive as we see like Warhammer 40,000 and Space Marines getting pushed into the mainstream, drumming up new fans, new interest, new excitement. So now on top of that, we have some official news for Space Marine 3 is officially in development. Big news straight out of Altamar. The third installment in the action-packed Space Marine computer game series has been announced today. Brought to you by Saber Interactive, Focus Entertainment, and Games Workshop. The partnership behind the critically acclaimed 2024 hit Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2, the upcoming title promises bigger battles, more action, and more enemies to purge. Specific details on gameplay, setting, and factions are tightly under wraps. But we can confirm that Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 3 will boast an all-new immersive campaign and multiplayer modes. So super exciting. They don't really have to change that much. All they have to do is put us in a new setting, give us some new enemies to purge, and stay true to the overall storyline, gameplay, and create a bunch of awesome new cutscenes, and I think it'll be a success. So here we see an awesome new banner for Space Marine 3, still starring Titus as an Ultramarine. Here's what our partners had to say about this exciting announcement. We have been honored by the incredible response from fans following the launch of Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2. We will continue to support the game with exciting content and regular updates in the coming years. Today we are thrilled to announce that the adventure will continue with Space Marine 3. Players can look forward to an immersive campaign, a multiplayer mode, and innovations that will redefine the standards of third-person action games. We view this as an opportunity to create a true love letter for the Warhammer 40,000 universe. So nice statement right there. Basically just more of the same, staying true to the lore, staying true to the universe. That's all we can really ask for. You guys know that I'm a massive fan of the Ultramarines. I have a huge army of like almost 10,000 points of painted Ultramarines. I've also almost exclusively been playing Deathwatch for the last couple of years now. I love me some Space Marines, and the combination of Deathwatch and Ultramarines is basically perfect for a guy like me. Even though I'm not specifically into video games, I thoroughly enjoyed watching like the playthroughs and cutscenes, and I'm really looking forward as to what's to come in the future. I would love to see some more Xenos or Chaos editions in the new video game, and I gotta say, based on what I've seen from Space Marine 2 and the expansions, all the animations from some of the other game companies, this is very likely going to be the best Space Marine ever. Now a quick word from today's sponsor, Game Bunker. Game Bunker carries a full range of Games Workshop products including miniatures, terrain, paint tools, and more. Game Bunker offers 15% off MSRP for most Games Workshop products with the discount code WHMS. Receive free shipping in the continental United States on orders over $145. Online orders ship out within 24 hours. Game Bunker is a veteran-owned business. Use affiliate link below, enter discount code WHMS to save 15% on most items at checkout. For fast, friendly service with a discount on your favorite tabletop wargaming purchases, visit GameBunker.net and let them know that Warhammer Man sent you. Do you love press releases? Well, we've got a treat for you. The full release from Saber Interactive, Focus Entertainment, and Games Workshop is right here. Space Marine 3 is likely years away from release. But the good news for all you Space Marine 2 fans is there's still years of support coming your way. Saber Interactive and Focus Entertainment are working tirelessly to deliver a jaw-dropping lineup of new missions, additional upgrades, and more enemies to introduce the business end of your bolt rifle. Horde mode is right around the corner. Okay, so very cool. You have like Horde mode coming out here. You have basically them saying we're going to be supporting this game all throughout the creation of Space Marine 3. I think that's very important. In order to stay relevant, stay interested, and keep excitement pumped up, you got to continue to support the game with new DLC, new game modes, new skins, all kinds of stuff. And so far, they've been absolutely crushing it. The actual character design has been absolutely awesome. The ability to change over like to different chapters, to be able to do like Deathwatch. The ability to make your guys look like they're from the Deathwatch, the Ultramarines, the Dark Angels, etc. Absolutely awesome. Basically letting you customize your actual character in game mode, whether you're playing multiplayer or just playing through the actual game. The addition of new missions and new enemies to face. Everything from a Biovore to a Biotitan. Absolutely awesome. And I hope they keep crushing it, keep continuing with their support. I thought the Thousand Suns were an absolutely amazing enemy, and the lore and storyline in the actual game was awesome. The cutscenes were amazing, and it definitely stayed true to like the overall lore of the game and the hobby and the universe, which I think is very important because it's going to keep all of the existing fans, get them excited, and then bring in tons of new fans who are Space Marine or Warhammer curious. And if you're like me and you've been enjoying Warhammer 40,000 for years, you want other people to enjoy it too, so the more the merrier. That's all we've got for now. When we have more news, we'll be sure to share it here. In the meantime, if you've not dived into the game yet, what are you waiting for? We'll see you on the embarkation deck. Keep your eyes on Warhammer community for the latest updates. As soon as we know more, we'll let you know. Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2 is available now on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, Steam, and the Epic Game Store. Alright, so very cool. Not a ton of new news right here, but basically saying we're going to continue to support the game over the next coming years. We're going to have all kinds of new game modes and continue to give you all kinds of new stuff to keep the game fresh while you play it. And then while that's all going on, behind the scenes, we're going to be developing Space Marine 3. Absolutely awesome. And then I do expect them to expand out into extra adjacent stuff, like the Space Marine Titus 2 board game, essentially helping people to bridge a gap from like the video game world into the hobby and tabletop gaming world, bringing in new interest, bringing in new players, and just overall generating more excitement. I think the Amazon series is going to be an absolute hit as long as they don't ruin it, which so far I'm an eternal optimist, and I think that Henry Cavill being involved is definitely a good sign. So let me know what you think of Space Marine 2, and what you're exciting and looking forward to for Space Marine 3. What did you think of the Thousand Suns as the enemies? Did you enjoy the actual gameplay, the cutscenes, the storyline? Did you feel like it was true to the lore? Always like to hear back from you guys in the comments. And as always, special thanks to the Game Bunker for sponsoring the channel. Check out the link in the description to save 15% on most Games Workshop products with code WHMS at checkout. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man. And I may not have played Space Marine 2, but I definitely enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to Space Marine 3 and what it has to offer. And I'm out of here.